Welcome to Vivi Knows Best. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of networking. One thing I can tell you for sure, the reason why I think that I've been able really to accomplish many things in life is only because my network has helped me to do so. So networking is extremely important. I remember years ago when I came into the United States, everyone was talking about the word networking. Back in 2000, I remember there was many cocktails after work, and I learned that it was very good to just get to know people. You don't know ever when they're going to be handy. Let me tell you an example. When I was an intern, one of the things that they told me to do is to go to a lot of trade shows. And I was going to trade shows in the Jack Javits Center, which is the center of conventions in New York City. And I just get there, and I remember one of the shows were called the Fancy Food Show. I love that show because all of the fancy foods of the world, they were featuring there. And they have different shows. One was in San Francisco in the winter, one in the summer in New York, and also they have in the spring Chicago. And I was just going to all of that shows because my work was all about helping corporations from Spain to do business in the United States. And one of the really challenges that I had like an intern was one day my boss called me and told me that I need to organize a dinner in Seattle. I'd never been in Seattle before, and I didn't know where to start. And the president of the community of Valencia was going there. They were in LA and they were flying there. So I have to go one day in advance and put together this dinner. Could you imagine like an intern to do that? But I remember the Fancy Food Show. And I went to my Rodalex back then. Of course, right now for the young people, I'm pretty sure that you have no idea about what I'm talking about Rodalex. But basically, it was this place that you put all your business cards. So I look at my business cards and I realized that I met someone amazing. He was from Seattle, but he was visiting in New York. And then I just gave him a call and I said, could you please advise me where you will make a great dinner in Seattle because I have this situation and I needed help. So that was for me my first encounter to understand the power of networking. Because you never know when these contacts are going to be handy, but thanks to this amazing person, Steve Winston from Spanish Table, I was able to put a beautiful dinner in Seattle, a city that I didn't know about, and it really helped me to move forward in my career. What I'm saying that? Because it was the first time that I have to put something together and I could prove my worth. So obviously, networking is very important if you want to advance in your career. So I think that even for people who are shy and people who really don't feel so comfortable making relationships, there is many ways to really grow our networks. And through my life, really networks has been everything. The reason why I give one step further and further, it's only because of the relationships that I've been nurturing for all of these years. So it really is essential that you work in your network. That's really important. And don't worry if you are thinking that right now, because of the COVID thing, you are at home and you're not able to networking. That's not an excuse. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I will speak also on how we could grow a network virtually. Easy virtual networking, important. But before that, let's go to the traditional networking. What steps I think that are important to take in order to be a good networker and to really make sure that you take care of your network. Number one, always give before that you ask. A lot of people only just like to just ask for favors and they don't really thinking about how could be of service to others. My advice for you is that always you think first in how could you be of service to others and refrain from calling people, always asking them for favors without really offer them something. Why I'm saying this? Because eventually people are going to get tired. You see these people who are always begging you and just telling you, oh, can you make me a favor? Can you make me a favor? And at the end, you feel drained because sometimes they don't return the favor and they don't sometimes even give thank you. So it is very important that we don't really fall into that profiles, and before we give and we think, what can I do for the other person? What can I offer the other person? And sometimes when you meet somebody, not always think in how can I take something or how this person is going to be of service for me. Just see how could you be of service for that person. Another thing that is very important is you have great friends. So when you want to be introduced for someone, it is good that you also do ask for strategic introductions. Sometimes through social media right now, it's great that we approach people. Actually, I love people to approach me, but in the right way, correct way. Some people it's just like, I got these messages sometimes in Instagram. Hey, can you please do this for me? Or yeah, do you mind to just promote my business or doing something? I don't even know the person. But and at the end, you might decide do it or not, but it doesn't really look so good. So sometimes it's better that you look at the network that you have, and if you see that someone is close to that person, you ask for the introduction. And if you want to do it cold and just call this person, at least be nice and introduce yourself, say what you need this, and maybe you can offer something to the other person that is of interest, and it become a win-win for both situations. Also, when you meet someone, I know that now business cards are not popular, but if you collect a contact and you make a contact, make sure that you don't only collect them only for the sake of collecting. Actually, quality is more important than quantity. So if you have a lot of people in your network, make sure that at least you know something about them. And sometimes if you get introduced or you have a possibility to have a conversation with them, at least do a follow-up. And then after a follow-up, do a follow-up of a follow-up. Through the years, I've been able to really collect these amazing people in my life and really become friends with them because I also was following up. Sometimes here and there, it's great to check in with people, see how they're doing. When you see that they change jobs, very good that you see, oh, this person changed a job, maybe I should just congratulate them. And right now, Facebook also, it's gonna give you information about birthdays, so it's great that you say happy birthday to people. Or even what is amazing is that also you provide people the opportunity to congratulate them when they get a promotion, because in LinkedIn you could do that, right? So that's another thing. And another thing is expand your network. Don't be only in your comfort zone. Years ago, one of my biggest friends gave me an advice that expand my network and have friends that come in from different areas. You see, this was one of the best advice I ever get, because I get to know amazing people that they had nothing to do sometimes with my craft, but I learned so much and expand really my knowledge and my experiences, and that has been essential in my network, just to say that. Now I'm gonna move to how we could definitely grow our network virtually. Recurring check-ins. It is good that if you are right now working from home, check in your coworkers, check in with your team, and do recurring meetings like every week or every month. Do something that you still get in touch with people, and that right now is easy to do. You could just schedule and having recurring meetings. That it's also very good. Make sure that instead of just doing voice calls, do video calls. Video calls allows you to really be in touch with people. So that's all I have been doing. Sometimes instead of just talk to my friends by WhatsApp or something like that, just a video call, and it's great to see each other and having the opportunity to catch up but looking at each other's eyes. That's really good. Another thing, Take the lead organizing these meetings. Don't wait for people to ask you to have a meeting, right? When you get introduced in a club or friends or in a WhatsApp group, or you know somebody and you really want to get to know somebody, or you think that you could do some collaboration with someone, don't wait for that person to call you. Just take the lead and just call. Also, I know what your parents told you, don't talk to strangers, but talk to strangers. You see, I'm in a great group of people who really, we consider ourselves entrepreneurs with purpose-driven entrepreneurs, people who we want to do things differently, and we are interested in philanthropic work. Anytime someone gets introduced, you see, sometimes people really come and just talk to me, and I make so many brothers and sisters just from this kind of talking to strangers. I don't know them. We schedule a Zoom call and we've been 1 hour speaking, just trying to get to know each other. And sometimes, even if you connect with someone through LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, you also could schedule this and speak with strangers. So, I know that sometimes we are a little bit scared about this, but sometimes it really works wonders to know all the different people. And if you really want to expand your network virtually, it is important that you update your presence online. So your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, particularly your LinkedIn, because we're talking here how you expand yourself in your network and how you could grow in your career. It is important that you change your profile, you update it, make sure you have a great picture, and that anything that is happening in your career, that you talk about it and you say it. So this is all about today and the power of networking. I know there is many ways, so please let me know if there is any tool, instrument that of course you would love to share with me. I know that everyone is talking about Clubhouse. I am Clubhouse, so I meet you there also. But anyway, I just want to let you know that in my career, it has been really important, the power of networking, and that's what I want to share that with you. See you next time. Thank you for watching. And of course, thank you so much for the subscriptions and for sharing. I love sharing and I love when you share. So thank you. See you next time.